The Crusades and the formation of new religious orders. The Crusades, spanning from the late 11th to the 13th centuries, not only reshaped the political and military landscape of Europe and the Middle East, but also profoundly influenced the religious institutions of Christendom. One of the most significant outcomes of the Crusades was the formation of new religious orders that combined monastic ideals with military duties. These orders played pivotal roles in the crusading movement and left a lasting legacy on medieval society. This essay explores the origins, missions, and impacts of these religious orders, focusing on their contributions to the Crusades and their broader influence on European and Mediterranean history. 1. The emergence of military religious orders. 1.1 The unique context of the Crusades. The Crusades created an environment where the defense of Christendom required a blend of religious piety and military capability. Traditional monastic orders, focused on prayer and spiritual guidance, were ill-suited to the demands of protecting pilgrims and holding territory in the Holy Land. This gap was filled by the creation of military religious orders, which combined the ascetic discipline of monastic life with the martial skills of knights. 1.2 Papal support and sanction. The formation of these orders was closely tied to papal authority. The Church saw the establishment of military religious orders as a way to ensure the security of Christian territories while reinforcing its spiritual and political influence. The papacy granted these orders privileges such as exemption from local jurisdiction, the right to collect tithes, and direct allegiance to the Pope. 2. Key military religious orders. 2.1 The Knights Templar. The Knights Templar, founded in 1119 by Hugues de Payens and 8 other knights, were among the first military religious orders. Their mission was to protect Christian pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land and to defend the newly established Crusader states. Structure and organization. The Templars were organized into a strict hierarchical structure, with knights, sergeants, and chaplains. They lived under a rule influenced by the Benedictine and Cistercian traditions, emphasizing poverty, chastity, and obedience. Role in the Crusades. The Templars played a crucial role in the defense of key fortifications such as Acre and Gaza. Their disciplined cavalry units were instrumental in battles like Montcassard, 1177, and Arsuf, 1191. Economic and financial influence. The Templars developed a sophisticated banking system, managing wealth and property across Europe. Their financial network made them one of the most powerful institutions of the medieval period. 2.2 The Knights Hospitaller. The Knights Hospitaller, or the Order of St. John of Jerusalem, originated as a hospital order in the 11th century, providing care for sick and injured pilgrims. Under papal recognition in 1113, the order adopted a military role alongside its charitable mission. Dual mission. The Hospitallers combined medical care with military duties, defending key Crusader strongholds such as Croix de Chevaliers and Margate. Legacy. After the fall of the Crusader states, the Hospitallers relocated to Rhodes and later Malta, becoming a naval power in the Mediterranean. Today, their legacy survives in the Sovereign Military Order of Malta, which continues to focus on humanitarian work. 2.3 The Teutonic Knights. The Teutonic Order, founded in 1190 during the Siege of Acre, initially focused on providing medical care for German crusaders. Over time, it evolved into a powerful military order. Expansion beyond the Holy Land. The Teutonic Knights shifted their focus to Eastern Europe, where they launched campaigns against pagan populations in the Baltic region. Their crusades in Prussia and Lithuania established the order as a dominant force in the region. Legacy. The Teutonic Knights' activities contributed to the Christianization and colonization of the Baltic, leaving a significant imprint on the region's history. 3. Non-military religious orders influenced by the Crusades. 3.1 The Mendicant Orders. The Crusades also inspired the formation of mendicant orders, such as the Franciscans and Dominicans, which sought to address the spiritual and social challenges of the time. Franciscans. Founded by Saint Francis of Assisi, the Franciscans emphasized poverty, humility, and missionary work. During the Crusades, they engaged in peaceful dialogue with Muslim communities and gained custodianship of Christian holy sites in the Holy Land. Dominicans. Established by Saint Dominic, the Dominicans focused on preaching and combating heresy. Their involvement in the Crusades included missionary efforts and theological debates with Islamic scholars. 3.2 The Carmelites. The Carmelite order, originating on Mount Carmel in the Holy Land, was directly influenced by the Crusader presence. The order adopted a contemplative lifestyle, blending Eremitic traditions with the spiritual ethos of the Crusades. 4. The impact of religious orders on the crusading movement. 4.1 Defense and administration of the Holy Land. The military religious orders were indispensable to the Crusader states, providing a professional fighting force and administrative expertise. Their fortified castles, such as the Templar stronghold at Safed and the hospitaller fortress of Croix de Chevaliers, served as critical defensive outposts. 4.2 Promotion of chivalry. These orders played a significant role in shaping the ideals of chivalry, blending martial prowess with religious devotion. They set a standard for knightly conduct, emphasizing loyalty, discipline, and the defense of the Christian faith. 4.3 Financial and economic influence. The extensive land holdings and wealth of the military orders made them powerful economic players in medieval Europe. Their financial networks facilitated the movement of resources and provided logistical support for the Crusades. 4.4 Cultural and intellectual exchange. The orders facilitated cultural and intellectual exchanges between Europe and the Islamic world. Their interactions with Muslim scholars and administrators enriched European knowledge in fields such as medicine, architecture, and military strategy. 5. The decline and legacy of Crusader religious orders. 5.1 Suppression and transformation. The decline of the Crusader states in the late 13th century marked a turning point for the military religious orders. The Knights Templar. The order was disbanded in 1312 under pressure from King Philip IV of France and Pope Clement V, with many members persecuted and executed. The Hospitallers. The Hospitallers adapted to new challenges, becoming a naval power and defending Christian interests in the Mediterranean. The Teutonic Knights. The order's focus shifted to Eastern Europe, where it continued to play a role in regional conflicts. 5.2 Enduring influence. The legacy of these orders is evident in their cultural and institutional contributions. The architectural achievements of the Hospitallers and Templars remain as enduring symbols of Crusader ingenuity. The ethical and spiritual ideals of the mendicant orders continue to inspire religious communities worldwide. 6. Modern reflections. The religious orders formed during the Crusades reflect the dynamic interplay between faith, war, and society in medieval Christendom. While their military activities often overshadowed their spiritual missions, these orders left a profound legacy in the realms of religion, politics, and culture. Their history offers insights into the 7. The formation of lay and secular orders inspired by the Crusades. The Crusades not only gave rise to formal monastic military orders, but also inspired the development of lay and secular organizations that embraced elements of crusading ideals. These groups played a distinct but complementary role in the broader movement. 7.1 Lay orders and Crusader brotherhoods. Some lay orders and brotherhoods emerged as extensions of the crusading ethos, allowing individuals who were not monks or knights to participate in the religious and social aspects of the Crusades. The Knights of St. Lazarus. Initially established to care for lepers in the Holy Land, the Order of St. Lazarus later adopted a military role. Members of the order, often composed of knights afflicted with leprosy, defended Crusader territories and provided medical care. The Order of the Holy Sepulchre. Rooted in the custodianship of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, this order combined religious pilgrimage with the protection of Christian holy sites. It evolved into a prestigious honorary order in later centuries. 7.2 Secular orders and royal patronage. The crusading movement also influenced the establishment of secular orders that were tied to monarchs and noble families. These orders often blended chivalric ideals with loyalty to specific rulers. The Order of Santiago, founded in Spain during the Reconquista, this military order was dedicated to fighting against Muslim forces and protecting pilgrims along the Camino de Santiago. It reflected the influence of crusading values in Iberian conflicts. The Order of the Dragon, established in Eastern Europe during the late medieval period, This order aimed to defend Christian territories from Ottoman expansion. While not directly tied to the Crusades, it drew inspiration from the military religious orders of the crusading era. 8. Women and the religious orders of the Crusades. The Crusades also created opportunities for women to engage with the movement through religious orders and support roles, reflecting their spiritual and practical contributions. 8.1 Female religious orders. Some women participated indirectly in the Crusades through monastic life, joining convents that supported the crusading cause through prayer and charitable work. Orders such as the Poor Clares, founded by Saint Clare of Assisi, reflected the spiritual zeal of the era. 8.2 Hospitaller nuns. The Hospitallers included a branch of female members who provided medical care and support services in the Holy Land. These women embodied the charitable mission of the order, serving both pilgrims and crusaders. 8.3 Women in secular roles.